So y'all are on the road still. You're pretty far along though. You crossed over that halfway mark, so hopefully it'll be quicker uh, as you go. You're on, let's see, day 32, and you are, let's see, you explored the Dragon Spear castle. You found some red cloaked weird dudes and dudettes moving around, all interesting. They seem to be observing something about the castle, but they weren't very uh, forthcoming with what they were doing. They just sort of stared at you till you left them alone. Um, and let's see what else happened. You picked up two sisters the time before that. And am I leaving anything out yet?
New elk friend.
Oh yeah, y'all. So Zach, do you want to tell everyone what happened with the stag?
Right. So there we were on the caravan as we, you guys were being lazy, sleeping around, whatever you guys do. And then I summoned a bunch of kitty cats to distract everybody else so we could get a head start and get to this cool golden elk first. And then we did. We got to it. And then it stepped into a certain area of the forest and it turned into a golden skinned elf man. Elfman didn't know his own name, but now we're contractually obligated to bring him to a civilization to have this curse removed from him. And no, before you ask, Thrilly cannot remove the curse. I already checked.
Yeah, because I don't have that shit prepped.
Regardless, it's too strong.
We're traveling with a golden elk now? Or is he...
Oh yeah, he came with us, and he can not talk back, but he certainly understands you, so please don't talk shit about him.
The curse is so old, he has both forgotten his name and, like, even when Thoroughly looks at him, he gets the feeling that this was some very, very tough magic to just, it's not like, a simple thing. But he wants you to take him to Waterdeep.
Which is conveniently our destination, guys. Or at least on the route, our destination.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, great.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm chewing. And last but not least, as you entered the tavern, in... we'll call it Rollsburg, you were greeted by 4 familiar faces that were smirking and laughing the moment you crossed the threshold.
Oh yeah,
and that's where we ended it.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So, that's where we can begin. Does anyone have any questions?
You said familiar faces?
Yeah, it's the freaking actors.
No way.
Or the nobles. I forget. Is it the actors or the
so?
nobles?
It's the nobles.
Nobles, that's what it is.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
Smirking
They're
at us.
smirking at you. And as you...
Sorry, where are we?
You're in an inn in Rollsburg.
What does this inn look like?
So it is a 2-story, small inn, much like the ones that you've visited throughout the last couple weeks. There's a tavern on the first floor and rooms on the second. You can guess that it's maybe about a 6-room inn, not very big.
Okay.
And you watch as they're smirking. If anyone wants to roll an insight check.
Oh, sure.
I'm signing into roll 20 right now, so.
That'd be a 24.
they're smirking. It doesn't seem like there's recognition on their face.
I'd like to go up to the bar and order a drink while looking at Zeg and Dandy.
As you begin over to the bar, a cane interrupts your gait. No. Reserved.
One of them? I take it that's one of them?
Yes. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. It is one of them.
I'm gonna reach out and grab his arm and say, not today.
Okay, roll a...
No, oh, fuck.
Oh, okay, I see it.
What?
Let's see. I feel like, touching someone that hits, but as you touch his arm, you feel that underneath these robes there's some sort of armor, and your hand does not meet flesh, so though you think that the 11 is the AC, right? Okay. It does not permeate the armor. And he looks at you, a little bit of anger, confusion, and another third odd emotion, and he says, no, reserved. You get the feeling he knows what you just tried to do. Maybe not specifically the spell, but he seems like he knows what you just tried to do.
What do you mean reserved? The bar's reserved or the whole inn?
A little column A, a little column B. No riffraff. We like to drink in peace.
Well, we're not
Am I
bothering
within reach
anyone.
of his tankard then? Or wine glass or whatever he's drinking?
I would say you could try. You'd still, so if they're sitting at a round top, a high top, you're like maybe an arm's reach as you just grabbed his arm.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go and push his drink over.
Okay.
Why do you want to fight these people so bad?
They pissed me off previously.
I don't quite remember these nobles. Did
They
I?
made us sleep out in the rain and they were complete and utter assholes to all of us.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
And you basically
inconsistent.
already dragged Thrilly and Rona out of the inn with us
Yeah.
about to start shit.
These are the people you went to go steal shit from their rooms, I believe.
Yes.
But we couldn't find the rooms because we didn't know what they were
Oh,
saying.
right. Yes.
And behind them, as you're looking, as you motion, you see the common room is completely empty.
So it's us and the three of them.
And probably the caravan
Waiting
members
outside
waiting
to come
outside.
inside.
Yeah. So you're probably clogging it up a little bit, but there are people around, but they seem to be the only ones at the bar, only strangers.
Okay. Gonna be like, so you're gonna let us share now that it looks like you're riffraff with the your glass there laying over.
Riffraff caused trouble. We didn't. He snaps his fingers. Maid, clean this trash, and the spilled goblet.
I'm gonna look over at Dandy and Zeg. You guys give me any sort of look?
I sit down at the bar.
I'm looking very awkward because I don't want to fight these people, but I also would like a drink.
Yeah, it's hard.
Zach, as you try to cross the threshold as well, you feel the sheath of a sword up against your.
They're threatening me with drawn weapons?
No, it's not
I'm gonna
drawn. It's
channel
just the.
divinity
Oh, the sheath.
Oh, wait, hold on.
Yeah, the sheath.
Kid's gonna be on the other side of him.
I had to reset my internet. Don't fight these people yet.
Okay. You reset. I'm gonna
Pause.
throw some food in my mouth.
So I try to walk in. Somebody puts their sword across my chest.
Just like it's sheath, but
Right.
it, you know the.
Yeah,
This-
it's still in the
Yeah.
scabbard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He says, "Not so fast, tree man, with your." Oh. Oh wait, I guess I'll wait for Dandy to.
I really wish I could have my duplicate tap him on the shoulder right now.
God.
I know. I thought you'd like a gift just for you, thoroughly. I couldn't have this encounter without you.
I was waiting for Ronan to smash heads, but
I know.
I was waiting for Rona last time, and you basically kicked the two of us, dragged the two of us kicking and screaming out of there.
yep. And the actors, you made them scream made them go into mushrooms.
Yes.
Yeah, and they were just commoners.
Well,
You didn't know. You didn't know.
Or did we?
Or yeah,
I
maybe
think
you read.
I think eventually I managed to insight check that I knew that they were BSing, but no one else believed me.
Yeah, I think. Or maybe it was Zach. Knew.
I just
Oh, no,
but you
Zach
didn't.
didn't.
yeah. I don't remember.
I knew, which is why I just tossed them out there.
Oh.
I'm like, fine, prove it.
I think everyone had a tough time though with those mushrooms.
That was a rough day.
Mm-hmm. How's everyone doing? Anything new?
Working, which is good.
Nope.
How's the baby? Oh,
Not here.
Praise.
still being raised, or still being made. Very good. I mean, it's good. Anyway, I'll shut up. We bought tickets for trains. We're gonna be gone. Oh yeah. So Erica, I just forgot her real name, will be back later. She's busy right now. Has a new boyfriend. Too busy for us. Yeah. So she's traveling and working a lot. But she said she'll try and be back after we come back from our honeymoon. We're going April 9th through the 23rd. So that's just like 2 weeks, I think. But we'll see how we are feeling on the Tuesday, because I have a feeling we may be
Exhausted.
a little jet lagged.
It's only like 5 hours for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, 6 hours.
Oh yeah, they just did the
Actually, 5 right now. I don't know
No,
when
they-
their daylight saving times goes.
it was on Sunday.
Hello?
A week after ours.
Hello.
I'm back.
Hello. Alright. So I assume you brought your stag friend with you?
Yeah.
Into
He's
the bar?
going to the bar, I guess, if he
Mhm.
wants to. He doesn't really fit in.
Then, as they stop you with the scabbard, they motion over to your stag friend, maybe waiting outside, and say, "We'll let you have a drink if you give us your pet out there.
What kind of negotiations is
I've-
this? This is
yeah, I
ridiculous.
don't
Where
think
is the
so.
innkeep? Innkeep! I call out for the innkeep.
You see a man kind of shaking behind the ledger. Sorry, they've rented out the hotel.
The whole thing, and you're refusing our coin.
I mean, if you can pay more, but they gave me a hefty bag of coins.
If they decide to leave,
Okay. You seem to have stopped mid-sentence.
if they
They
decide
dec-
to leave, question mark.
If they decide to leave, they're not. They paid money to rent out the whole hotel.
I'm gonna look at the one that I'm beside with my duplicate behind him. Gonna leave?
No, we aren't. Unless you
Okay.
give us that stag.
I just
Because my
laughed.
duplicate's within 5 feet, I have advantage.
What are you
And
doing?
that was at 3rd level.
What are you?
Oh no!
You're insane! What kind of cleric are you? You're going rogue.
Go ahead and roll. Oh, okay.
I'm assuming a
roll
25
damage.
is gonna hit.
Roll how bad you kill this noble. They have like
That would be 30 points of necrotic damage.
They have like 7 health.
He's got armor on.
Armor is not health.
So I'm going to need everyone to roll initiative. You
Oh.
watch as he. This time you kind of get your fingers deep. You feel yourselves. Let me get you to the. I'm sorry. Let me find a good map for us to use.
Unless you know something I don't, that's a very dead noble. Oh,
So
God.
you find your fingers in the. Sorry, just let me move you to the right map. Okay, let me blank out the turn order. I'll fix your initiative thoroughly. Okay, you really dig your fingers in there,
Oh, I
and
can't do my thing, that's right.
and you know that you've gotten him. You feel the energy, the divine energy, surge through your fingers, and you see him shaken, but not dead.
Oh shit, they're super strong.
So we'll say that this is the table. Everyone can see that.
Yep.
And then oops. Each of these is a noble.
Which way's
Sorry.
the bar?
We'll say that you.
There's 4 of
wait.
them?
Yeah, there are 4 of them. And the bar is over here. Very important that you see where the bar is.
Bar.
And-
Very good penmanship for a mouse, by the way.
Thank you. And with my non-dominant hand.
Ooh.
And we'll say the door is right here, and this square is the innkeep.
Thoroughly prime. Duplicate thoroughly.
Okay. Let me add his little thing on there.
Oh, it's a really prime, eh? Oh, you're just a funny little fella, aren't you? I love
I
that character.
I'm with them. I want them to go back.
Oh yeah, let me add your turn. And I think I have the right one. Oh, I forgot I have a token for this. Sorry, everyone. I wasn't sure if you were gonna fight anyone, so I didn't have this map ready.
Yeah, for real.
I should have known. Our loose cannon's back. Well, no. I think...
I mean, Rona probably would have fought him too, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think those two could have drug Rona and I out of here this time. Whether it's raining or not.
I think Rona also would be... Like, Rona, you see her in the window, like, cursing and saying, like, let me in there! But, like, no one's moving. They're all kind of, like...
The crowd's too thick or whatever. She's taking care of honor.
Yeah.
Looking after the stag, making sure nobody steals it, tries to kill it.
Great initiative, everyone.
I cast everything on everyone.
And you are in a building, and yeah.
Keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah, I saw that.
So maybe.
Yep.
So maybe flying and stuff might not be.
Flaming sphere, not a good idea.
It depends on who wins and who wants to pay for the damages. All right, so.
Oh well, if we win, then I think they paid for the damages, and.
You don't know. Next up in next episode, you all get to talk to people about insurance and who's held liable for a fight like this. All right. I'm almost ready. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, so this one is damaged by... So that is 30 points. Okay. All right. And he, you definitely see that he has taken this, but he is not bloodied, or he's like obviously more rough than the others, but he's not dead, like Zach predicted.
That means they're way stronger than normal people, which is a good thing in this case.
So this manatee is gonna stand up and say, there are 4 of us and 3 of you. Leave, and we won't have to, and we won't draw blood. He pulls out his short sword and makes let's see, I guess he should move first, huh? And I guess he would go and attack. You saw your duplicate be created, and he takes a moment to look at it, and he passes it up 1, 2, 3. I believe that would mean nope, not an attack of opportunity, and attacks you twice. That's no way. No, I think that 7 hits, and a 10 would hit too. Oh. Okay. So they're not as threatening as they appear. Go ahead. It is your turn.
Yep. I'm seeing what the range is. So that's 15. Better. I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians on my duplicate, using my duplicate as the center.
Oh, so creative.
All right.
And I guess so that would be my action. And I have no bonus action.
You turn as your free action. I would say that you maybe hear the free action is hearing.
Thanks.
Hear the innkeeper. Like, Jesus, stop fighting, please, stop fighting. All right.
I pause and wonder if I should designate him as an enemy, but I don't. Yep.
So.
I guess I should actually roll that, sorry.
No worries.
For the first round, it'll be 14 radiant.
Okay. And that is your turn?
Yep. Wisdom save.
Wisdom save for this, bro.
It's hurt already.
Yes. I already tracked that, don't worry.
Why did the other guy move?
What guy?
That guy. He went from...
That guy?
Oh, that's an accident. He was not... That was me.
If he moved, I'm swinging.
Yeah.
Well, it's not even his turn, so that would be amazing. Yeah, so this guy definitely takes 14 damage.
14.
He's not looking so hot, but he's also I don't know. You see, he's like got abs underneath his clothes, so maybe Thrilly's into that. All right, and then he is going to swing at you with 2 longsword attacks, and let's see if I roll so horrible. And he's going to do this 2-handed.
Oh.
So 11
Wow.
definitely doesn't hit. Ooh, but a 25 does. And
so 22.
Damn!
Yes. It's 22.
Would Rona have given me a speech?
I'll be nice and say she did.
Okay. I'm just asking, so.
Yeah, one day she'll show up.
Yeah. I think she's gonna take a mini break. Yeah.
I'm good. I
All right.
Concentration.
And Zag.
Zach gets excited and fumbles for his staff, and then all of a sudden, web.
All right. Nice.
Starts its turn in the web, must miss a dex saving throw. On a failed save, they are restrained.
Okay.
And they are difficult terrain, I believe. Yes.
So dex save now?
On their turn, yeah. So whenever it's their turn.
On their turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else?
I move a little behind this, whatever. Is this the doorway here? I move into the doorway.
I would say that you cannot out it because I did establish earlier that...
Yeah, people were in the way.
Yeah.
Everybody's watching us basically make a bar fight.
And you see Rona like just starting to try and smash the window just to get in there. All right, Dandy.
Okay. Who's the more injured of these fellows? This one?
Yeah,
good.
that one's
Yeah.
the most injured.
And I guess I'll come over to here.
Don't go in the web. Don't go in the web.
Oh, is there a wet? Where's? Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
sorry,
right.
green. Yep.
Yeah, we'll get in the web. Not easy to see on this map. I will. With my Dragon Claw dagger, can I make it non-lethal to not try and kill this guy? Because I don't really.
Yeah.
These guys are jerks, but they haven't done anything like mortal to us.
Thoroughly
I
rolls
will-
Puny mortals.
I will.
Thrilly's bleeding, but fair enough.
I mean, you did suck the life out of this guy.
You did kind of get a little aggressive on him. So I am... Okay, so backside of the dagger. I'm going to say... I feel like this is a big misunderstanding as I'm rushing forward. 14. Oof.
As you do, he's making a second attack into Thoroughly, and you miss hitting him in the head.
Okay.
Yeah,
Offhand.
you just
Dragon,
miss him.
or Justice Bringer. 17.
That hits.
Great. That's only 2. Wait. How does this work? Yeah, 2. That's only 2 points of damage. I'll sneak attack him for an additional
Damn.
12. Whopping 14.
And he looks pretty unhappy. And he's now like aware of your presence.
I bet he is. That's my turn.
All right, Rosie. Shh. We're trying to fight right now. Okay, wisdom save and a dex save.
Just all the saves.
You monsters. Ah,
That's 14.
oh wait, that's not gone. Cool. I'm rolling really poorly. That's this one. Okay, and restrained is. Let me just double check. Okay, so speed is 0, attack rolls against the creature have advantage, and his attack rolls have disadvantage. So he's good, and now he also has disadvantage on saving throws. So please remind me of that. This chap here is going to try to struggle for his crossbow and aim it at the nearest target, which I would guess is actually, we'll say, the web shooter, Spider-Man over there. And he only gets 1 attack. Oh my god.
Wait, is he also not restrained? The web hits all of them, so...
Well, he's restrained, but restrained doesn't mean that you can't attack.
It would also be
It just
disadvantage, though.
Yeah, well, I rolled a 1.
Yeah, it doesn't
so
matter.
would you
I
like
just,
me to...
yeah, we're good for this one. But on the next one...
Yeah, I figured it wasn't worth it. As he bonks himself in the head. Alright, and Poochie right here is going to make...
You moved him instead of that one at the start.
Oh, okay. They're switched. Okay. So this potato is next. And is going to make a wisdom save, which I'm probably going to fail because I'm rolling horribly today. Oh yeah.
15?
Great. My own
You
incompetence.
have to roll a natural 15 or higher to save.
Okay, but I also have been rolling very poorly. Alright. And he's restrained, and he's gonna take his crossbow and aim it at whoever, and I'm going to miss at disadvantage. He's aiming for, I'm going to say, Dandy, you look good. 10. So that definitely hit. Doesn't hit.
Yeah.
Okay. And now we're at the top of the order, and this bozo gets to go. And so he first gets to make a wisdom save. Oh wait, it's the top of the round. Do you want to roll your...
I'd re-roll damage on my turn.
Oh, on your turn, of course. So he doesn't make it, and
14.
That's supposed to be a lot different. And great. Fantastic.
Wow, you're all really good tonight.
What's wrong with my dice? I think Roll20's mad at me. And he's aiming for and he's in range. He is in melee range, so he's going to try and do a long
17
sword.
misses.
And 17 misses. And one more. This is a great fight. Great. Cool. All right. Yeah, and they say like, yeah, give up, but really look at my dice roll.
I'm gonna look at him and go, give up?
Give up.
Do they?
Go ahead. He just told you to. He's saying,
Okay then.
telling you to give up. He says,
Literally all are restrained, correct?
Yep.
yeah,
The spiritual weapon here, attacking that one, that would be an advantage because he's restrained.
Yep.
19 to hit.
that hits. And can you point the one that you're aiming for again?
10 points of force
Oh.
to that one.
Okay.
I'm going to then free action pull out my mace and thump the one that I initially hit over the head.
This
That's
one.
advantage. Yes. 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. And he is not undead.
But he does take 11 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, he's not looking good. I'm not looking good either.
I will re-roll my spirit guardians.
Yeah, cool. No.
14 again.
Alright. Okay.
The disadvantage wisdom save.
Yeah.
Wait, really? Why
Cool.
don't we all just try and charm people like 6 times? Oh.
I guess I don't really need to hold person now.
Oh!
Oh, saves. So 7 radiant damage.
Now if only I could make a dex save.
Oh wait, he actually technically wasn't restrained,
Nani?
but he is now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he is now. Yeah. It's fine.
Also, if they are restrained, it is a strength check. So athletics. After
Let me
they
do
are
it
restrained.
straight.
After restrained.
Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Well, he is restrained
an
and he's
action?
still...
Yes, as an action. So it's pretty much in there until they decide otherwise.
He's gonna try and attack Thoroughly with his long sword. I'm going to say only one-handed because he is restrained. His disadvantage. Yep. And let's do it again. Oh,
Uh-huh.
I'm rolling so poorly today.
This is very good. This is very good.
This is fun for everyone else. All right. And let's see. So that was this one. He can't do anything. And it is Zag's turn.
I just sort of like start clapping, and I'm just like, "Bro, great showing, everyone! This is so good. You guys are in a really sticky situation right now. You really need to chill out." And I'll cast Frostbite on I don't know, whoever's the weakest and not unconscious. This guy, I think. Right?
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just Constitution saving throw on his part.
Cool. Oh. Wow, something's going in the background. That doesn't make it, does it?
No. So 8 cold damage. I just did it for the pun, to be honest.
All right, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that's it.
not looking good.
I guess I'm good. I'm all set. And I just keep clapping, and I like toss a little frost out, and just bravo, excellently done, everyone.
Okay. Dandy?
I'm gonna try and whack this guy unconscious again. Let's see if I can hit him
All right.
with my good weapon, with my
You have
main hand.
advantage.
I pretty much always have advantage, but I always seem to miss with this thing. Okay, 17.
All right.
Oh,
And he is unconscious.
okay.
Non-lethally. Are you
Non-
surprised?
I don't know. No. Can I bonus action? Can I bonus action say something to these guys?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, look, we've made an example of this one. No more blood needs to be shed. Just leave now.
All right. One may respond on their turn.
All right. I'll just kind of take a defensive position next to the relay.
Okay. And I guess it's their turn. Okay. So this one says, fine.
Technically, a wisdom save to start.
Oh yeah. He's fine. Yeah, he makes it. And let's see if we
Disadvantage
can-
because he's restrained.
Oh shit.
Wait, is that on wisdom saves?
Yeah, it's on all saving throws. He doesn't make it. 14 damage and oh wait, he could do a strength to try and break out.
On dexterity, so he does
on
make it.
deck. Okay. Alright, so he does make it. Thank you. I don't know why I read it wrong. I mean I know why, but strength. Oh wait, they can make an athletics check, is that correct?
Yeah, yeah. Basically strength check, which is athletics. And that's their action to do so.
Okay.
What's
Let's
my
break it.
DC? I don't think so. My DC is 16.
Well, all right. Well, you see his bulging muscles, and then he looks over at Dandy and says, "Fine. Drop your magics, and we'll leave you alone."
By leaving the... Yeah.
I don't care as long as they leave us the hell alone.
We spanked him. We spanked him good. They've embarrassed themselves.
Can thoroughly look at the other two and see if they're in agreement.
I'm just clapping still. Bravo, so good. You guys are so strong. Yeah, that's fine. I'm fine. Yes.
Do the other two look like they're in agreement with him?
I nod strongly
Yeah.
and
No,
vigorously.
the other two.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought.
Then yes,
you meant-
I'll drop that and reach down to the one that's unconscious and cure wounds.
All right.
Physical
They all
AD
kind of
level 1.
Alright.
Still 9.
9. Okay. So he looks still pretty beat up. You see under their armor, or under their clothes, those who had not seen it before now see that there is a like they are wearing some very finely made armor, and they each nod. One approaches the innkeeper as they leave, dusting themselves off. Says, "I guess we won't be staying here. We'll take our fee back." Which the innkeeper starts counting coins, looking upset, and hands the pouch over. One of the nobles whistles, and you see servants coming down from up the stairs with some bundles and some trunks.
Could
Obviously
I make
they're-
a perception check to see how much coin was counted back?
Yeah.
17.
You're looking at about the weight, and you don't fully see the color of the coin, but it looks like
I'm
it may
assuming
be-
gold.
I mean, it may be. They have a huge sack, but you get the feeling it is around like 200 gold.
Okay.
Yeah. They still proudly dust themselves off, and you watch as Rona probably would trip one as they leave.
That's good.
Yeah.
Pissed that you fought without her. And the inn he changes the sign to vacancy.
I'm gonna just start waving the caravan in, and once we've got the place full, say, "So guys, you need to spend about 200 gold.
Yeah, get to drinking.
Drink up, and promptly follow my own advice."
Yeah, these people can't spend 200 gold. You're crazy. But yeah.
Oh, I feel like Thoroughly would definitely be
Close. Be most of it.
maybe not all of it, but
All right.
be helping.
I'm helping.
Yeah, you try, and that's all that counts.
Yep.
How much do we get set back?
I would say that like you're probably paying a little too much for every drink. Maybe for between the party funds, maybe a good 25 gold is set back, because you know, Haley
25
probably.
gold marked off.
All right. All right.
That was that felt good. I'm not proud of it, but that felt good. I say while drinking.
I felt like it escalated very, very quickly.
I mean, I would never purport violence, but I mean, like, you know, we were not in the right for sure. We were the bad guy there. They were just a not nice person.
I thought the problem was they kept getting ahead of us. I thought maybe we could leave and scare off their horses, and then they'd be stuck here forever. Or at least they'd have to walk. That would show them.
Yeah.
But that was good too.
You know, ever since I've come out of the forest, we solved most of our problems by fighting. Is that like a normal thing?
It is for me.
I like to talk my way out of most things. But yes, it seems since I've joined up with you that we do an awful lot of fighting.
I just wasn't sure if that was the normal, you know, the norm. But
It is Zag.
yeah, okay. Zag notes that you fight to solve your problems.
Because if you don't, then people just fight you, and it never ends well.
DM, I would like to check on what you sent me. What's going on there?
All right.
I forgot how to whisper again. I will never remember how to whisper.
It's like dash W and then the name or something like that.
I'm just so afraid I'm gonna mess it up
Yeah.
and you guys are gonna see it.
It's /W and then the name. All right, I'll whisper to you something.
What the fuck? I say this out loud.
we turn to Dandy in surprise. I do anyway. I sort of like flinch away.
I reveal what is in my pocket.
The fuck is in your pocket?
There's a
It's
small.
onyx black skull. Is it active? It has blood coming from its eyes. Is this real blood? I poke it. I kind of, or is
Oh.
You
it
lick it.
I'm licking it.
Roll an investigation check.
Sure. Could be magical.
Magic skull blood. An unlimited source of blood, not necessarily a bad thing.
You're so disgusted by it, how it suddenly has appeared in your pocket that you can't quite tell if it was real or not. As you're rubbing on it, it doesn't come off. You're looking and it seems like there's some sort of artistry done to make it look like blood, but it's not real blood.
The
At least you
craftsmanship
think.
threw me. It's very well made. I don't know much about magic or any of those things. Can you guys tell me? Is this thing magical? Have they put a curse on me for some reason? I'm pretty sure one of them planted this on me. It's something I would do.
Arcana, or maybe it's not natural, obviously, so I guess just Arcana or religion to see what it is, or some sort of intelligence roll.
I'm taking a look as well.
Yeah, go ahead and roll Arcana checks to see if there's any magic coming from it.
Can I assist?
According to my calculations,
Yeah.
On my own. Because if I assist, I give him advantage instead.
it's 17. I'm not gonna get much higher.
Worth a try.
Why is yours the minus? Is this your -3 stat?
No, it's -1.
I guess, to be fair, given your stats, Thrilly's actions make a lot of sense. You're dumb and not very charming.
Go ahead. I'm waiting.
Thrilly, roll Arcana.
No, if I'm assisting, I'm getting.
Oh, you wanted. I'm
giving
sorry.
you advantage.
I thought you were telling me to roll. That's
okay.
my bad.
Go ahead and roll advantage.
17.
Dad, roll Arcana.
Roll me an Arcana check.
All right. If there is or was any magic, you don't seem to be getting a vibe from it now.
I think you're all set, Danny. That just looks like some fine craftsmanship. There's no magic there.
Is it, would I know, is onyx worth something? Is it expensive or something?
It's considered like a gem, so it might be worth like, go ahead and roll a investigation check for the worth of it.
Sure.
Ooh, jeweler's kit. The only time you'll ever use it.
Yeah. Damn it, why
8.
don't you have a jeweler's kit? You think like maybe it's worth money? Like maybe
Might be
10
able to-
gold, maybe 5 gold, maybe 100 gold, you have no idea.
I can't help but think that this is an omen of some kind. That this is something that they're saying, I'm mad at you, here's a black skull with blood coming out of its eyes. Or they could just be giving us a gift for making up for not killing them.
Right, I think that's definitely what it is. I'd probably wager on the other side of the spectrum, a threat, most likely. As you said, we've been threatened, not really threatened, but like set on guard a couple times.
Ooh. They're nobility. They're probably well connected. Ooh. That might not be good.
I mean, we're also somewhat strong, right, guys? We're strong,
We're strong.
but not quite as powerful, as it were.
Well, let me tell you, if someone slighted me and it was really, really bad and I was out for vengeance, what I would do is I would hire like 15, 20 people, get some crossbows and find them in an alley and just shoot them down if I was really...
Or you know what you could do? You could feed them some sort of bread, and it's really dry, so they choke, or they look like they're choking, right? And then you stab them in the throat and pretend it's a tracheometry.
That's the most contrived thing I've ever heard. That would never work.
In character, Zach still doesn't know that was not a tracheometry, but I think it's funny. So, we could be in a lot of trouble. So let's just keep our eyes peeled, as if we don't already, you know. And I just is Goldie in the bar with us? Goldie coat, whatever you want to call
Did you bring him with you?
I mean, yeah, we
He's
should probably keep a pretty close
outside
eye
during
on
the
him.
fight.
Yeah, they said
Let's
they
get him
wanted
a
him.
room.
We'll get him in here with us. I'm gonna make him drink some alcohol.
He's been living in the forest forever, right? He could
Yeah.
use a room.
He hasn't had
definitely
alcohol in over a millennia.
So as you're drinking and trying to rack up about 200 gold worth of a tab, you just people look and they see a druid trying to force feed alcohol to some ale to a deer.
I mean, he's sentient, guys. He talked to me. He was a human once. Or an elf. He talked to me. I swear.
Everyone super doesn't believe you.
Oh yeah, it wasn't even. Yeah, it's just like slightly intoxicated. Like Tad had like 2 ales, and he's just like, whoa. A Tad. I mean Zag. I said it's Zag.
Zag changed his name.
I did.
All right. We're gonna do a quick break just because Anthony got home and I want to say hi to him.
Sure.
And we'll be back in like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Okie doke.
We'll be right back.
Zach is back.
That is back attack.
I'm here.
Cool. Anthony's still pooping, so I didn't get to say hi. I'm gonna say hi in a minute. Um, all right. Okay. Let's get back to it. Back to it. Going back in time. Okay. So we are on. So that's how day 32 closes out. You've met some jerks. You found a weird skull. Cool stuff. The next few days pass without much change or anything of note. There are small hunts. There are times when you run into other travelers going down the road. If you'd like to ask any other caravanners news, you're welcome to. But it's pretty. You're getting used. You've been on the road for 10 days, so you're pretty comfortable with the goings-ons of the caravan now. So let's just see. So, one night, you're all sitting around the fire, and you see something odd happening over where your favorite cultists are. The sisters are having a loud argument. They're not really making much sense, but they seem to be both kind of double talking in their fight, sort of like, you left it out in the rain, but and eventually you see as they separate. The first time you've ever seen them both, one of the sisters even talking, but I believe Thimbra talking, and the cultists are usually very good about not bringing attention to themselves, but everyone's watching this screaming match. And finally, you watch as the two sisters who are generally by each other's side separate and go to different sides of the camp. It's not even that one stays and the other walks away. Both walk as physically far away from each other as possible while still being safe. You're out on the road, so it's a large grassy hill, and they both begin to set up their own camps away from each other. Would anyone like to do anything? You don't have to.
Have we talked to either one of those before? Thimbra was...
we technically talked at one of them, but talked with the whole group of them. One didn't really speak very much and seemed a little bit more intense. The other was the one who actually grabbed us and sort of introduced us to the whole group.
The one who introduced us. I'd like to go find her.
That's Orla.
Orla.
She's at the south side of the camp. They're both modestly dressed and conspicuous looking middle-aged human women with jet black hair and piercing, but Orla's got brown eyes and Thimbra's got these piercing blue eyes. So you are headed over to Orla.
Yes. When I get to her, I'll be like, Orla, what was all of that about? You're making quite a commotion, not that it's any of my business, of course, but is there anything I can assist you with? Just trying to keep order around here.
Ooh, with a guard stick.
Just a second. Just
You're fighting.
Anthony, is everything okay?
Oh no! Oh no!
I hear you and the dog. All right. Okay, everything's fine. Sorry, I'm so sorry. All right. So the two of you approach Orla. She's sitting, and you could smell that she's made herself a very strong cup of tea, and by strong I mean it's mostly alcohol and a little bit of tea, and she's taking long sips on it, and she's meets your eyes, and for a moment she has that icy like fiery, not icy, fiery silence, and she gives you both an intense look.
I am with them.
Yeah. When I said you two, I meant you and Dandy. I wasn't sure if Zach was coming.
Uh, I'll go talk to the quiet one while this is happening, but
Alright.
that'll be done after.
That's just my sister. She's so unreasonable. You have any siblings? No, you don't. You're smart. You didn't. You had any siblings? You left them behind.
Well, I have an extended family. I like to think of this guy over here, and most people I travel with as part of my family, or at least they become kind of like family to me.
Single tier.
She looks at it, rolls her eyes. You make family? Why? They're nothing but trouble. I'm just changing it to. Oh wait, there's blood all over this one. Go ahead.
They certainly can be. I've had my troubles with family as well, but I always like to see the good in people, of course. But no, I've never seen you fight like that before. What can I ask what's going on?
Family business. But we just disagree. We don't disagree often. When we do, it's like the whole world ends.
Well, I'm sorry, go on.
She's pretty unreasonable. She's just stupid. And she kind of looks in her direction and yells, stupid, just so, and you see Thimber kind of look over casually. What's the worst fight you've ever gotten into with your sibling, with your brother here?
Well, we've never fought before. We've maybe disagreed on who gets the last piece of meat or something, but other than that, I think the worst disagreement I've ever had with a family member was where, well, I suppose it would probably be where my father tried to get me imprisoned. That was pretty rough. We had a bit of a disagreement there.
Oh, you see her face soften a little. Then I guess you'll understand our fights.
Of course, I could understand anything.
She looks around. We're just disagreeing why on this caravan ride. Whether it was a good idea to take it or not.
And where do you side with this?
I say we stick to our guns, we finish it out, we do the job we were meant to do, and see if we can't get more work. And she's weak. She's getting scared. She catches herself, takes a sip of her tea. Once we get paid, she'll feel fine.
Getting scared of what? Of things on the road? We've dealt with them perfectly fine so far. Nothing's been too dangerous.
She offers the really a cup and Dandy, you as well. Just having second thoughts on intentions.
Oh.
I'm the kind of woman who just looks out for her sister and herself. You know? But suddenly she's
understand.
caring about all the nice people she's met. Like she's ever had a conversation with anyone.
She is quiet, but that doesn't necessarily mean she doesn't care.
Quiet. Yeah. Yeah. She kind of takes another sip.
I take a drink as well. Well, you're not being very forthcoming with the details, and I understand that. Family matters can be private. I understand that. But if you ever need a mediator, a neutral party to help you work out your differences, I'm quite skilled.
Thanks, Dan. Means a lot. But
Dan. He calls me Dan. Okay.
Daniel. Daniel Delano.
Oh yeah, Daniel.
But I think we both know in favor and there's no neutral. Everyone's got their own shit.
That's true. Well, yeah, it's true. It's easier to take a side and stick with it, but I guess you don't always know if it's the right one. I guess that's what you guys are going through.
You know, before you leave, let me ask you a question. Maybe
Sure.
you can shed some light on this. What makes a person a good person? How can you tell you're doing the right thing?
That's a good question. Well, I usually try to follow my heart. I know how romantic and ridiculous that seems, but I always think if I truly believe what I'm doing is correct, then it must be the right thing to do. Maybe I'm not always right. I'm sure we've had our shares of encounters where things could have gone better, but I don't regret anything so far. And I feel as though if you can walk away from something not feeling horrible or guilty about it, then yeah, I think you are good.
And that's what I think too. Thanks, Dan.
No problem. And if you ever need someone to talk to, or just have someone listen and not speak to you at all, always here.
She gives a nod and offers another top off to each of you in her whiskey
Mine's
flask.
empty at this point.
And you notice that hers is no longer tea, but she's also filling, she takes out a bottle at this point and just starts filling each of yours. Thanks for having a drink with me. Nice to know other people besides my sister will talk.
I quietly finish the drink. Listen to her complain some more, I'm sure, about her sister. But
she kind of gets quiet after. She's kind of shuts up, and if anyone wants to roll, except for Zach because he's not here, insight checks or something like that, you're welcome to. But she kind of just stops and lets you guys talk. She tries and thoroughly. You could tell that she's getting self-conscious.
Yeah, Thoroughly's kind of just been sitting here listening, knowing that he is not supposed to talk.
Yeah.
I'll just hang out. Just idle conversation. Tell her just tell her about some things that happened about us. Tell them about those nobles and how they've been jerks to us this whole time, and how we finally got a little vengeance on them. Give her a nice little tale. Change the subject up a little bit.
All right. So I guess, over to Zach.
So Zag sort of just casts produce berries, whatever that is. Good berry, that's the word. Has 10 berries, wanders over, not sneakily at all, towards Thimbra. And sort of goes, Thimbra, right? You and your sister are hungry? I always get into arguments with my family when I'm hungry. And I offer her a couple good berries.
She looks at you and is silent. And you handing your palm open to her. She holds up her hand as if to say, no thank you.
Okay. I sit down next to her and I start eating.
You see her you feel her cold blue eyes in just the side of your head as you eat.
So what do you think of, how did you sign on with Finnick? You seem so, your group is so interesting. Finnick being so naive and so young and so full of excitement. Zalvarin with his drinking and is sort of he's sort of close to you in that he doesn't talk much. You and your sister are a card as well. You're almost the opposite. One so boisterous and I don't know, boisterous and steadfast in their beliefs, and the other just seems to
obnoxious, she says.
You're not necessarily wrong. She seems a bit loud at times.
And you hear from far away, "Stupid!" coming from.
And we flinch at the word. Yeah, we flinch at the sound. Perhaps obnoxious.
She rolls her eyes.
Most families are. I can't tell you the number of times that I've wanted to punch that old dwarf in the face for doing some dumb things, but
And her voice is sweeter and softer than you expected. You expect like a gruff, road-worn voice like Orla's. She takes a long moment, listens to you, and says, "But he's not your brother. It's different. When you've traveled with someone for over 50 years by their side, and you suddenly feel like you don't know them."
Did that argument really change so much? I mean, my sister's missing. I understand loss, but that was a while ago. I don't necessarily understand the sudden breaking to that extent.
Her eyes soften. Your sister's missing. It must be so horrible.
It's not been easy, but I figure I stick with my friends and my new family here, and we'll find her eventually.
I hope you do. Family is both a gift and a curse. And I just, it's one thing to take a job blind, but it's another to discover what someone's true intention is to continue and say, a buck is a buck. Or I guess a coin is...
Yeah, it's I can't say where the our group, for example, is the most pure of heart, but we like to think we act with good intentions anyway.
Yeah, good intentions, but when you find out about your employer and you discover things about them, I've said too much. Thank you for the company.
Of course, I'm always here to talk. I forget 90% of what's said anyway, so you needn't worry about that. Just you know where we sit, and try if actually, can you do me a favor? If you see anybody messing with Goldie, will you let us know?
I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Sure. Anyways, you know where I say. I'll let you be, and I'll just leave like 2 good berries in the grass nearby or whatever if she wants them. Whatever. If not, they get eaten by birds.
She nods, and just returns back to staring at the fire.
Cool. And then I regroup with the crew.
Your crew regroups. And the next day passes, and you see that the sisters are traveling together once again, but there's a difference with them. They're not sitting next to each other the entire time, but eventually by the end of the day, they seem to be at least on good terms. They don't fight anymore, or they haven't fought since that one time, but they seem to be at least tolerating each other. And you continue on. That was probably about day 38, and yeah. And a few days later, you are all still on the caravan, believe it or not. And where is everyone besides, I know Thoroughly, you are in the back yelling. Is that correct?
Yeah.
You know it.
So,
I would take wherever I could get up like highest on like a caravan, so I could look around, keep an eye out for things, because I'm pretty good at that.
okay. And Zag?
Doing my sergeant's rounds, being a dutiful guard sergeant.
You're being a good surgeon.
Yes.
Sergeant.
One might say an insurgent, but
No, you're being a surgeon.
yeah.
And as you do, Danny, you have a very high passive perception, so you see about in the middle of the road, you've seen like things, but something odd sticks out. Your keen eye catches an odd shape in the middle of the road, and as you get closer, maybe so the caravan rounds a bend in the road, and from a large distance, it looks like a large, like maybe a medium, soccer ball sized rock. But as you get closer, you see that its features are coming out, and you see a dark head of hair, and a nose, and a mouth, and eyes. And it's probably, we'll say about 100 yards off when you first see it, but as you get closer, things are starting to come into view.
What? What is this thing? Okay. Maybe I'll yell out to the caravan we've got something up ahead, and maybe to start slowing down a bit.
The caravan starts to slow down at your request.
Okay, I go.
Still moving.
I yell to go get Thoroughly. I'm sure he's way in the back.
I'll start making my way up.
And we go find Zag.
Yep. Zag is floating around, doing his rounds. He probably is the one who you yell at, and I'll go grab Thoroughly or send somebody to get Thoroughly.
And as you get closer, I would say because you guys are so good, Danny, maybe 60 yards away, you see something is written on. It's actually, if you look, it's not just like a severed head. It looks like it's a person buried up to the neck.
Oh shit.
Oh,
That's
jeez.
no bueno.
All right, I will.
Dirt.
Are they?
Drug cartel did he piss off?
For real.
Do I see them? Do I see like them stirring up dirt or anything from their breath? Could I see
We
that?
see that it looks like whoever it isn't responsive. They look unconscious, and they look like basically their face is bright red. It seems like there's something written on their forehead, but you're a little too
Jeez.
far away to see.
It's the turtle. Okay.
We go check out that morbid sight. Damn.
Yeah, let's approach cautiously for sure.
Yeah. We want
So maybe
to
you're-
try to sneak up.
Well, I don't see anything else. Is this an ambush idea? Have you ever seen anything like this? This would be.
I feel like really, even in his travels, has not seen something like this.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
really, this is the first time you see something like this. You don't even have
Well,
to make a history check.
Yeah.
He could be alive. He could be alive. I think.
And
I
let's
think
go.
we need to go.
And Thrilly will start trotting.
All right. I'll join.
And maybe 10 yards off, you see the thing written across his forehead is Oathbreaker. Painted, and as you get closer, you see that there are like tire tracks or wheel tracks of what looks like a caravan that maybe has just completely gone around this head.
Not over
and-
it.
Yeah, not over.
Something has slowed everybody down.
And as you get closer, you hear people from the caravan saying, "Don't get close. Go around it. It's cursed. It's cursed."
It's cursed. What? Have they seen anything like this before? Or are they
Anyone
just being
marked,
fearful?
Eldkin runs up and kind of pulls you back. We can't just do that. This is not okay. This person is an oath breaker. It's some sort of traitor, and now it's buried from the neck up. We're next.
Hmm.
Definitely pissed off a drug cartel.
What oath did he break? What factions are around here? What groups that would be so heinous as to do this?
Anyone? I mean, who knows? This guy could have, he could have taken someone's child. He could have,
Thrilly's trying really hard not to look at the cultists.
Or he could have
Broken
been
a deal?
accosted on the road and buried up to his neck in dirt and wrote Oathbreaker on
he
his head.
probably
We don't know.
stole something from his old caravan.
Hold on. Let's see if he's alive first of all. Let's at
I
least
feel like
check
Thrilly
that.
would be ignoring this and like checking him out.
Go ahead and roll a medicine check, thoroughly.
Wrong one. That'd be a 20. And let me know if I start procking too much. Lisa's riding in the background.
Nope, you're fine. You. Sorry, I didn't mean to roll that. You see that he is unconscious, but you see that with that medicine check, you're able to just kind of connect that maybe some water, maybe a little bit of magic will bring him back to life.
I will cast Spare the Dying on him.
That does nothing. He's not dying. He needs some hit points.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll
it means
just.
he won't necessarily bleed or dry out. He will come back to consciousness.
He's got
Okay.
that nice sunburn, right? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a really sweet sunburn, and his eyes open. Hello. Please, help me. Help me, please.
Yes, we may do that. You seem to have gotten yourself into quite a pickle there.
Yeah, that's funny, a pickle. Yeah. I feel like a real pickle right now. I'm Carlin Hammerfell, and if you'll let me up, it'd be real great.
Hmm.
And nobody else
Well-
in the
Who did
caravan
this?
is sort of
Who
approaching.
did this to you, Carlin?
Well, okay. You're not gonna like me after I tell you. So,
Well- You probably should tell us then.
okay, well, so I was supposed to marry a woman, and she was really great, but I broke off the engagement when I found out that her father and her brothers were just like horrible bandits, and they wanted me to be a bandit too, and I said I couldn't do it, so she tied me up and then made them bury me in here. Apparently she was running the whole thing.
Yeah, we really
Can I
don't like you.
insight check that?
Yeah, 100%.
That is.
That sounds horrible.
Go ahead.
Poor man.
He's telling the damn truth.
Maybe.
It looks like he's telling the truth.
Hmm.
You see his tears streaming down his face. Please help me.
Well, of course we're gonna help you. We can't leave you
Thank you.
buried in the road. That's...
I'll conjure up badgers if that matters, and they have a dig speed and stuff, so they can just do their thing.
It will still take a couple hours
That's fine.
to do. The ground is hard packed, and it takes a couple hours, and he gladly takes any water that you give him. And
Oh yeah, I'll put a cloth over his head so his son's not
I'll
cooking
set
his
up a
egg.
hamster drip.
he gives each of you a hearty hug. And go ahead and all of you roll perception checks.
Perception. Wow.
12. That's terrible.
20.
This is actually perfect. This weaves right into the story. As you watch, you are all watching as Zag's badgers dig him out, and when they get to about his shoulders, he starts to wiggle around, and you watch intently as they continue to dig, and once they hit about his forearms, and he's able to move them, while the others are focused, you hone in on a very familiar mark, one that you share.
Oh, he's from the Emerald Enclave. Oh wait, sorry,
No.
you said not me. You said Thrilly. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yes.
that thoroughly recognizes, and he kind of doesn't look up, and he immediately tries to hide it with his sleeves. And he looks around to see, and he locks eyes with you.
I just give
and
him
then-
a wink.
He gives you a very slight nod back. And as he gives you a hug, thoroughly, he says, I'll tell you why I'm here tonight.
I just give him a hug back.
You both enjoy it. 20 out of 20. Best hug.
Best hug ever.
It's a Harper hug.
As he's coming out, I'll be like, well, I can't speak for all of the caravan, but I would be happy to have you along, but many people, especially under the conditions we found you under, are very, very suspicious of you, so you may want to watch yourself, and we may have to have you looked after by one of the guards, or at least for a time.
We
I'll
have
look after him.
we have a lot of growing entourages. So to recap, 4 traveling companions, Broken Horse, who that we're fixing. We have Goldie. We have Henrietta and Zelina, the 2 people on the side of the road that we found.
Oh, yeah, we've been helping out a lot of people.
And then now we have this guy.
Yeah, Porky Pig.
His name
Oh
is
yeah, he gave us his name. It was
Carlin.
Carlin. I thought it was the same thing. Calvin. Carlin Hammerfell?
Amafel. Oh wait, wrong chap. Amawful. Maybe it's Amawful.
Hammerfell sounds much cooler than a muffle. that.
A waffle, a broken waffle. Yeah, he nods at each of you, and says thank you so much. And as the rest of the group hears him talk about this woman who tricked him and the brothers who beat him, you see that everyone finding out that he basically saved them from bandits feels a lot better. And knowing that he seemingly hasn't broken something with a god, they're okay with him joining.
Can I look at what's annoying woman's name? Elise or Eloise?
Eldkin.
Eldkin? Can I just
Yeah.
glare at her? for
She
wanting to get
glares
him to
back.
die?
It's a tough world out there. Maybe you shouldn't break people's hearts, Carlin. Ugh. Have you ever even had your heart broken?
She just asked me that.
She's just yelling in everyone's general direction. Being dumped sucks.
I wish I had cast silence today.
And she's just is sort of like, I don't like it. It's bad luck. He's gonna make us all lose our love interest. It looks over at everyone. Fine. Gets a little quiet as the day wears on. At night, as you're all setting up camp, Carlin comes towards you with a flask of, not a flask, a tankard of ale he purchased from another road traveler, and he hands it over to y'all. For your troubles, for saving my ass.
Anytime.
Thanks. They're really. Can we have a chat? I have a question about
Sure.
Timora.
She's awesome.
God talk.
He
you want to go
looks
get
around.
something to eat?
Yeah,
I mean, in
please.
private?
Just the guy. It really just yeah. And we wander off and shoot the shit.
All right. He reveals his mark to you. How hard did yours hurt? How much did yours hurt?
Kinda hurt.
Yeah, it burns sometimes, doesn't it? Got really itchy the second week. I think that was worse than the actual brand.
I honestly don't remember too much.
Look,
I had a lot of other stuff going on at the time.
lucky.
So what actually happened?
I heard that you have some guests on your caravan that the Harper sent me to check out. He looks around. Cult of the Dragon members.
That is a possibility.
I was on the exact same mission as you were. I was tracking a shipment of stolen loot north, and some of them were smugglers, cult members, and they became suspicious of me. They kept asking about me, and so I passed off the information to another Harper at a roadside inn, and members of the caravan witnessed the thing. Not a good look. So the cultists manufactured a story that I was passing information to bandits, and the merchants were unwilling to kill me outright, but they left me here and said, "Let Providence decide this man's fate." He rolls his eyes and takes a big swig of beer. Don't get caught.
Doing our best so far.
Except we're not. We got caught.
He laughs and he starts smoking on a pipe, we'll say. You don't mind if I stay on this caravan, do you? I have a friend.
I don't mind, but just so you know, you're gonna have to do some work for me. See, to blend in, I've kind of acquired an entourage of helpers. So we'll just say you wanted to help out as well.
He looks at you, a long, serious look.
At one of that point, can one of my helpers come up and bring me a beer?
Of course, maybe you wave your hand and they come running. And he looks at them, and he looks at you.
Slowly morphing. Sorry.
I mean, I can get off at the next stop, but I had
No, I'm joking. Join us.
Thanks. Keep it covered, by the way.
Yep.
And he kind of motions. Can we trust them?
Who?
Your boys.
Oh yeah, I paid them well. Oh, you mean the two that are with me? Yeah, you can trust them.
All right. Well.
I didn't pay them well. But they know more than pretty much anyone else.
He shrugs. Thanks. We better not be seen much. I don't want talking among the caravan.
They'll just think I tried to hire you as well. I kind of just showed up with these four.
He laughs. Yeah, well, maybe I should get my own lackeys.
Not as great as it sounds.
It doesn't seem like it. He looks over and he sees the four of your companions / servants standing like at attention, like waiting for you. Did you need anything, sir?
Nothing right now. Go back to practicing with those bows.
Yeah, they continue to practice day and night. Right, and eventually Carlin gets up and wanders off, drinking beer, but as you take a sip of what he's left with you, thoroughly, you notice only water. He pretends to be drunker and drunker, investigating getting a read on everyone. All right.
Me and Dandy eat food real good.
Are you in agreement, Dandy?
Oh yeah. All of the breads, all of the meats, some jerky, definitely.
top it off with a little good berry juice to get that hearty feel. You know, it just really fills you
Every
up.
day. Every day, good berries.
Squeeze that back. It's just it's like a good berry connoisseur. It's all about how you use it. You know.
It can be used. It's a million different ways
Yeah.
you can use it.
Yeah, you hear about like good berry zest. Maybe there's like another
The
druid
zest.
on the caravan that's like giving you recipes.
You know, you can
You're
turn
real
it into. It's sort of like a pepper thing. If you leave it in the sun for 3 hours straight, it's almost it dries up a little.
You get some good berry
Wow.
jam.
Jam.
It
Oh.
only lasts 1 day, but if you step
When
on
it-
it becomes like it's great.
You can never have fermented good berry. You can have
Sadly,
like good
no.
berry wine. It's
It both like heals
What a
and
shame.
takes away, so it's like the exact
Yeah.
amount of.
I feel like Torelli would have tried at some point on the caravan.
Yeah, maybe there really has like a jug full of rotten good berries that he's trying to make. Like he's trying to actually make into wine, and just is starting.
You guys can still hear me, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Man, my internet is being so weird.
Oh no!
Can't open a web page. It's weird. Alright. Sorry, continue.
No, you're fine. All right. So, yeah, the next few more days, keep going. Yeah, actually, it's like we're gonna finish up this caravan hopefully before the summer, because you're on about day 47, 49, and it's been a long road. You're about 2 10-day away from finishing, and you're ready to kind of you're kind of at the point where each of you, though you're very aware of the mission and trying to keep your eye on the prize, you're getting like really comfortable. And since your conversations with Orla and Dimbra, like you find yourselves intermingling with other people, and sometimes at their table more often.
Yay.
And
Good.
you're at an inn for the night on a small roadside town that has no name, and it's pretty quiet when you notice that some people come in and they're in like they're kind of like in capes, and you see the cultists, the 12 that are on the caravan, suddenly kind of sit up straight, and anyone who's at their table they've dismissed. And as you're all at, maybe a few of you are paying attention, maybe some of you thoroughly are drunk. But everyone make a charisma check.
Oh God.
What?
Yes, please. Just a straight charisma.
Not a saving throw?
Not a saving throw.
Because a saving throw would be an even roll.
Oh, oof.
And you're all maybe Andy, you are a master of masks, and really never lose your. You can really lose yourself in a character, and you're a character of Dandy, the not I guess like what is it? Zentarum agent is really going amazing, and you are looking around and you notice that the the group that just walked in, a couple of them kind of look familiar. You're not sure why. And you see as two of them look over at your friends, Zag and Thorilli, and there's a definite definite expression of recognition. And they look back to each other, back to Thorilli and Zag, and they quietly slip out of the tavern. And that is where we'll end it tonight.
Ah, who are these people?
So they didn't recognize me, but they recognized
Oh
my
no.
friends.
Mm-hmm.
Get out, Dandy, get out.
Did I recognize them? I'm sorry, I missed. I think.
So
missed
you,
a part.
you know what? I'm gonna let you, Dandy. So I was thinking with your perception so high, your passive perception high, you see these people come in and you recognize that they have recognized your friends. The three of you roll perception checks.
All right. I do okay. 24.
17.
Yeah, you do well. All right. And you know, really, you were captured for a short time at the camp, so it's not surprising that
They recognize me.
that you're very recognizable. You're pretty much the same person that you were left. And so Zag and Danny, you see this all go on, and Zag, you feel immediately like you've been recognized by these cultists, and you see as they seem to have left. So we're going to pick it up at exactly this moment when you see them look at you and then leave.
To clarify, they're cultists that were in the big camp that we infiltrated? Okay.
Yeah, you would recognize them as people that they're cultists you've seen before, and the last time you've seen them is at the camp.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We have to kill them.
Thorilli for sure, because like he was captured for a little bit, so like that 100% makes sense. But
that was like a hard enough role for him anyway. But
yeah, it just makes sense, you know.
When
man.
the dice meet the. Yeah, so you're on day. Let me see. Oh, I really yelled right there. You're on day 49 now, and there are 11 days left. So we're gonna be finishing up in a couple sessions. And I think I'm gonna bring
John in.
John in. I might bring him in next session, because that's where, so I'll talk to him.
Okay,
and
great.
We'll see what character he wants to play.
He should play some sort of
Rona
healer or caster. Clearly.
Yeah.
Could use a good barbarian, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
He can be whatever he wants.
And let me check my schedule real quick, just so that we see, because I want to fit at least, I want to play until we go, because I know that we had a kind of a shitty schedule before. Okay, so we'll play next week